first couple days after surgery were really scary because I couldn't move my leg. I didn't know if I was gonna be the same again. To see the progress that I've made, I have an opportunity to come back better than I ever was. I got a great support system around me, pushing me continuously. And I'm excited for these next few months and amping up my training a little bit and getting to a point where I feel like I can be one of the best in the world. I think Max might be in there. My season's over. The preparation is just preparing for next year, preparing to be one of the best in the world at what I do. And that's just literally taking it day by day. This thing with COVID has kind of been a blessing in disguise for myself in terms of me being able to just really sit back to evaluate where I was as a player, lay out a plan to get to a place that I've never been before, physically and mentally. So during the season, I had a partial tear in my groin and a hip impingement. I played through it from about December to April. It was one of the hardest kind of like stretches in my life, basketball-wise, because taking a lot of medicine for the pain, just so that I was able to be ready to play the next night or whatever it was. So the corona and the COVID stuff has been a true blessing in disguise for me in terms of just get surgery and really just focus on my rehab and focus on coming back better than I ever was. Literally every day, just taking it step at a time, 1 foot in front of the next, getting 1% better each and every day. And I feel like for these last 2 months that I've been out, that's been exactly what I'm doing, just getting a little bit better every single day. Working my way back. I'm about 75% right now, so I still have a long way to go, but I'm right there. I feel great, and I feel like I'm already ahead of the curve. I think the game has transitioned into a lot of threes, a lot of finishes at the rim, so that's what I've kind of transitioned my workouts to being and creating myself to be a highly efficient player. That's kind of been instilled in me with my father, is being very detail-oriented in the things that we do. Went to Florida State to kind of follow in my father's footsteps and play there. From Florida State, I was with the New York Knicks my first year in the league, and then the Memphis Grizzlies. With the Clippers now, and just working my way back from injury. And there's no other distractions, and I feel like I'm in a really, really good place right now. And my only focus is basketball. My little brothers, my family. Trust it, if you're gonna miss, let it miss long. There you go. Come on. Nothing left to right. There you go.
My dad was in the NBA. My brother was the one that we all looked up to because we really weren't old enough to be able to watch our father. And my brother's the one that really pushed us to keep playing and get better at what we do.
This is when you're coming downhill, the big comes over, it's just a high finger roll. Instead of a high floater, just high finger roll. The big steps has to be here. Get it high above the rim, let the backspin take it, so if it hits the front rim, it just dies. Good. Let it go before the halo, or it's gonna get beat up. Good, Sean.
Watching X kind of motivated me to want to play basketball. Seeing him play at the highest level, Division I, being in the NBA, he carved the way for me.
Just trying to help them with those little things and help them be able to think the game through. Where their shots come from, there's certain spots where they can get to on the floor that they're most effective and how they can be highly efficient as a player. Thing with my brother, he's going into college. If I can instill some of the stuff that I learned in college now for him as a freshman, he's going to be ahead of the game. Same thing with my 13-year-old brother. If he can pick up on the stuff that I'm taught as a pro, good Ty. He has an advantage. He's only 13 years old. He's still in 7th, 8th grade. He could be really special. All our work that we're putting in, there's a reason behind being very detail-oriented, because all three of us play the point guard position. As a player, going through a summer, there needs to be a certain thing that you focus on in order to get better. You can't just work on 100 different things because you're going to kind of get lost in that. For me, and in this offseason, is finishing around the rim and shooting off the dribble. If I can do those two things at a high level and be super consistent with it, I got a chance to make a lot of money.